Hello, this is Marvelous Action Figures, and I'm Paul, and this is GI Joe Classified from Hasbro, Robert Grunt Graves. Just dropped in the UK after a very, very long pre-order wait. I was never convinced we were going to get him. It was taking forever. But here he is. And I've got to say, I actually, first time around when the pre-orders went up, I passed on him, which I think was just more the fact that from the original 3.75 figure, the retro, when I was a kid growing up, it wasn't the most inspiring figure, to be honest. You know, there's much cooler ones, you know, your Snake Eyes and Storm Shadows and Destros and Zartans and all that sort of thing. But I've got to say, once I saw the promo pics of this guy, I had to get involved. He looks exceptional. He's proper military. And what he does show is that actually simple classic military design can look fantastic. Some of the most basic designs can create some of the best figures, like Outback, for example, and like Rock and Roll, for example. And I think Grunt is another one of those types of figures. He's got a really cool look to him. Big old chunky vests. Anything, I sort of wish you could take these vests off with these figures, because that would give it an extra dimension. But not complaining overall. And he's got his readout flip display on him there, and look at that. That's great. That goes up, that goes down. So I'll put that flip case up on him for the moment. He's got his name tags on the front there. And then in terms of the look and feel of his outfit, really lovely classic detail. Proper old school military jumper on him. Look at the old commando top. Very sort of action man for those UK people that know what I'm talking about. Very action man. Brilliant facial detail. Absolutely lovely. Proper military haircut. Look at the grading on his hair there. Look at the cut on there. It's superb. Really well done. Really well designed. And he's got a little bit of eyebrow trim going on in there as well. Sort of gruff look in the middle. Real square-jawed military tough guy. Look about him. He is the ultimate action man, to be honest. And again, detailing, if you look around the collar on him here, he's got great detailing. Let's put a bit of light in on him there. You can see he's got great detailing on the collar there, and then coming down to the sleeves, around the wristbands as well. Just brilliant. Really well thought out detail. Good design in his combat fatigues. Nice bunching, nice weathering on them. Really good. Lovely colour scheme. How does he articulate? Well, pretty good, to be honest. Pretty good. So good pose on the arms, right up. Obviously butterflies. Obviously bicep swivels. Double elbows right back there. Look at that. That's brilliant. That's going to be some great gun action there. Bit of a dab while we're at it. So brilliant on the arms and the elbows. Really good articulation. Good twist all the way around. That's excellent for recon on patrol. And reasonable crunch down. Reasonable crunch back. Obviously you've got the vest, which sort of gets in the way there. But that is very good. Drop down legs. There you go. Full range out. And then really smooth. Got to say, just put them back down there. Let's get out of the way. There you go. Really good. Double knee bend as well is excellent. So they've got it all going on. And obviously because he's got that military green combat fatigue, it doesn't worry about the joints in his knees because you've got the knee pads on it. So it's it's really good. And a really good ankle pivot. And a hinge. It's excellent. There you go. And again, good work, Hasbro. Getting away from those annoying shin pads, shin guards they used to give on all the original ones. Good bootstrap design on in there as well. So, very nice figure. Very impressed so far. Now, obviously, let's get all this kit out and let's have a look at what we've got. Right, now I've laid the weapons out on the desk here, so I'm going to flip images and cut to an array of the weapons being lined out and the accessories. Now you can see it. The reason I put it on my white desk is look at the shadow from that rifle. Why am I getting a shadow under the rifle? And you can see why straight away. Look, that straight out the box. I mean, come on. Seriously. How annoying is that? For the rest of the kit, like this rifle. Dagger's good. Magazine clip. Pistol. Brilliant sort of steel core brigade. I mean, proper army builder potential with this one. The rucksack is good design on it, in a basic colour scheme, but absolutely fine. Would have maybe liked a brown one, which would have set off different, but you know what, that's fine, it looks good. And then you've got his standard military helmet here. But that weapon is infuriating. So let's look at some of that now when we gear him up. Okay, so I've accessoried him up, and he does look exceptional. I think he's brilliant. I really, really, really like this figure. I've immediately put this rifle in the back, clips onto the rucksack, because that annoys me straight away. So I've immediately put that in there. So I'm going to have to just bin that, try and stiffen that up in some way. This rifle sits great in his hands, really comfortable. Hands are good, not as hard with the grip as previous figures, so that works really well. It sits in there nicely, really pleased with that. The pistol is in, the dagger is in, and then I really like, look, you can get the magazine clip in the back as well. So that is really very cool. So that does work really well. And I love the traditional helmet on him. He's such a great figure. He has got massive army builder potential. Just a shame I only got one, because he's going to be almost impossible to get now, to be honest. But this looks fine. Okay, so now we'll swap over helmets. And let's put the Steel Brigade helmet in now, similar to that. It's a bit tough. Let's have a look. Oh, right, I'm gonna have to come back and do this off camera. Back in a minute. Right, I mean, obviously I wasn't thinking straight, because you take the helmet off. See, I'm too used to the last figure I have to play around with the helmet, with the wolf spider. So you take the helmet off, and this one sits straight on, and there you go. Brilliant. I do like this one. I think I prefer the classic look on him, but this is a fine looking figure. I'm really happy with it. It just looks so cool. And again, it would have been an awesome army builder, but I'm really pleased the way this comes out. And again, in that collection of Joes, it just looks fantastic. So I'm going to scale him up now with a few other figures, and let's see how he looks. Okay, here's a good crew that will go nicely together. So we've got Dusty, and we've got the Night Force version of Tunnel Rat, because again, the OG Tunnel Rat is taking forever to arrive in the UK. But that's a nice scale up. I like that. It works really well there. It's not the best Dusty figure, but it does work really well with Grunt, I do think. And size-wise, we know Tunnel Rat is a lot smaller, so there's some nice scaling on those three. So I think that group works very nicely. Okay, here's a solid crew. Love the look of these together. Stalker, the Sergeant Stalker, and Wolf Spider, Path of Armor. Great set. Military fatigues, looking excellent together. Again, he just works really well in his collections of Joe. So I think that comes off so well. Really pleased with the way he looks. And just the more and more I look at this figure, I'm just really loving him. I just think he's just superb. He's heading into my top 10 of the year, maybe, of figures. He's just so good. So really pleased with the way this setup looks as well. And of course, you've got to get him in with a couple of Cobras. So I put him next to the Viper. And one of my all-time favourites, the Cobra Trooper here. So brilliant, good design. He's going to go fantastically well up against these dudes in battle. And that's a good looking set as well. And again, as great examples of how to do military figures so well, these stack up, because this is awesome, and this is awesome as well. This Grunt just works so well. Very pleased with the way these set. Another great addition to the collection. Right, there you go. That's all I've got with you this figure. I think you can tell from the way I've been talking about it. Super pleased with this figure. I really like it. A great addition and a possible sneak into the top 10 of the year. I've got to be careful. Don't want to have too much recency bias, because the latest figure is always the best figure. That's the way it works. But I am really happy with this Grunt. I think he's a great addition to the collection. Apart from that stupid gummy weapon, which is just sticking around the side there now. But other than that, happy with the figure. Are you happy with the figure? Have you got the figure? What do you think? Of course, let me know. Stick it down in the comments. Love to hear from you what you think of these figures. Love to hear it, whether you have got it or are getting it. Where does he rank in the Joes for the year? Because I think this year has been the year for GI Joes. Again, I think they've excelled, probably one of the top toy lines out there. I'm very, very pleased with this addition to it. So let me know. Stick it down in the comments. Like and subscribe if you're not. That would be lovely. Thank you very much. I'd appreciate that. And of course, as you all know, I always appreciate anyone that's taken the time to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos and give them a thumbs up and give them a little comment as well. I'm always happy to have conversations with you. So let's get talking about Grunt. I'll see you in the comments and hopefully on another video. Bye for now.